Good morning. You are highly welcome. Welcome to yet another beautiful time on Garden City. Garden City Rendezvous, where we inform, educate, entertain you, of course, with our beautiful features that we have lined up for you. You are highly welcome. My name is Final Kennedy. The program is brought to you from NTA Port Harcourt. You can watch us on Star Times Channel 103. You can follow us on our social handle at NTA Port Harcourt. Now, you know how we just come, we ask, how's your day, how have you been, what's happening and what's not happening. From me to you, I hope you are okay. And if you're not, you know how you want to go for that business, it didn't work out, you want to go for that maybe dreams you're trying to achieve is not working out, just keep on. As long as there's life, there's hope. Just keep on. It's one step at a time. Top on our menu this morning, well, we have beautiful packages for you. But top on the list, we're going to be talking about the World Human Rights Day. Yes, celebrated every 10th of December. Now, what is so unique about this day is a day that reminds us, that creates awareness on our rights. The right to freedom of speech, education, liberty, the right to justice, to access justice. Unfortunately, most citizens don't even know their rights. Why? Maybe because of ignorance, because of victimization, because of child labor, not having access to justice. Injustice. There's so many things why some persons are so ignorant of it. So today on Garden City, we want to take our time. We want to talk about human rights. What are the human rights? Knowing details about it. And now, further on that, we know that there are those that are in their philanthropic nature. They look out for those that are victims, that their rights have been abused. Why did they do it? How far have they gone? All this we will be talking about again on Garden City. Of course, we're going to rationalize you with our different beautiful entertainment features. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. Well, today is going to be unique because now you know how we do it. I'm supposed to be with my colleague to present with me, but now I have my guest that are going to be doing the talking, the discussion with me. By my immediate left, we've been talking about his name, whether it's Celestine, whether it's Selen, we don't know which one to call. He is Barrister Selen Dixon. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers.
Yes, welcome. He's going to be telling us on all the legalities surrounding your human rights. And then we have our philanthropic gentleman that is here with us. In fact, he has been into several empowerments. For him, I'm talking about Dr. Andrew Igwe. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
He does scholarship for students, entrepreneurship programs for widows and orphans. He builds infrastructure projects such as portable water systems and street lighting. He has gone so far in providing study materials for students. This is just a tip of the iceberg. When he begins to talk, you know why he's here. And of course, you can see we have a lot of lowdown for you learning about our human rights. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. For a start, I have this feature on Assemblies of God Adib Harvest Thanksgiving. Let's take a look. We'll be right back. Stay back.
The spirit of gratitude filled the air of Assemblies of God Church, Ajip Road, Rumene, and 4, Port Harcourt, as members, families, friends, and well-wishers gathered to thank God during her 2025 Harvest Thanksgiving service in their stunning cultural attires that added vibrancy to the service. Following the powerful worship section, an energetic praise that set the congregation dancing in gratitude was the impactful sermon by the senior pastor, Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Israel, on the power of gratitude. The message which he drew from the theme, Harvest of Increased Gratitude, reminded the congregation of the essence of gratitude to God.
But God said unto him, thou fool, this night I will kill you. This night I will kill you. Federal government will not protect you. I will kill you this night. Your community people will not save your life. I will kill you this night. God's budget. This morning we are all here to say to God, from January till now, I sowed. This is how much you have blessed me. This is how much you dealt with the works of my hand. I have come this morning to show you and tell you that I appreciate what you have done and to the extent you did it. Madam Reverend, we went to various places on planet Earth this year. Some of us went secretly, some of us went openly. Today, let us with a grateful heart show God that we acknowledge how far He dealt with us through the year.
Dr. Mrs. Ruth A. Ngechu, the chairman of the committee, who was appreciated together with her committee members for an outstanding performance that saw to the success of the event, introduced the major highlights of the Thanksgiving.
Since the inception of this church, that it is the best we have ever had. I say no. Doctor Mrs. Ruth A. Celebrate her. Celebrate her. Celebrate her.
people out there are having their lifetime, like celebrating, appreciating God for a very, very, for all the blessings He's done for them. And still in the studio, I was like, we're just talking about it, and I was like, I'll start from Andrew Doc. I'll ask you, if you have to thank God, like, what is that one thing that is so unique that is standing out for you for this year? Even if the year is still, winding down.
I think it's a very good thing. Our life is full of gratitude. For me, the first thing that is important is life. I am grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful my family is alive. I'm grateful that it's really I'm healthy and everything around me are fine. So I think for me, my life is full of gratitude. And every day I'm grateful to God.
Yeah.
And this is one of the cardinal focus for me. And that's what I do, because I'm grateful to God. Um, my heart of charity is based on gratitude. If I
Okay.
look back from where I'm coming from, I feel I should give back to the society the little God has given to me. So
Yeah.
I'm full of
Okay.
gratitude.
We'll talk more on that. Barrister,
Well,
you are into the law, like all
mm,
the go haha that happens in the country.
Life itself is the definition of gratitude. If you really realize your life, I think the next thing you have to do is that somebody is responsible for your living. And gratitude does mean that just happy about everything. You don't come into where you are expecting. Definitely, you
Yeah,
are
it's
no
a
longer
gradual
where,
process. Yeah.
yes, you are no longer where you were yesterday.
Exactly.
So there is a change all around. Quite grateful for that life itself. This
Okay.
gratitude.
Okay. They are grateful for life. I'm also grateful for life. And then still on, we have those that are still in the spirit of festivity and celebrating. We have this feature on Dominion Sports Club Anniversary Competition. Let's take a look. And then when we come back, we deal on the topic of today. Okay.
Dominion Sports Club is the premier youth football development institution in Port Harcourt, with a vision to nurture, train, and equip young talents to become professional athletes who excel both on and off the field. Over the decade, the club has aimed at instilling discipline, promoting leadership, and fostering teamwork, providing a pathway to professional careers at local and international levels.
Professional football training for multiple age grades, talent scouting and development programs, career mentorship and character building, international exposure and player placement, full residential accommodation and feeding.
In further celebration of its 10th anniversary, the management organized an All-Stars competition featuring top teams, including Obiako All-Stars versus Masbol FC, Aristo All-Stars versus D-Line All-Stars, Odash All-Stars versus C Brothers All-Stars. The winner, Odash All-Stars, scored 2 goals against Masbol All-Stars, who netted 1 goal.
good game, and we know the Lord did it for the better team. Actually, we respect our sisters club, which is Masgov. They gave a good fight, but the Lord has done it. I want to say thank you and God bless you.
Chief Dr. Tangod Mark, the president of Godash United Football Club.
Your club has just come out victorious in the tournament. How do you feel?
I feel very excited, I feel very elated because this is the 10th anniversary of Dominion Sports Club, and we had 6 teams come together to celebrate with him, and at the end, Godash is the champion. Godash is the #1 All-Stars club, in not just in Port Harcourt, but in Nigeria. I can tell you, go anywhere and ask of Godash. If we're involved in any competition, we are the rivals. We are the ones that will win the cup.
Keneke Ikechukwu, aka Asaba. I'm the captain of Masgok Upstars, Port Harcourt.
Okay, how was the match?
The match is okay. Very fantastic.
Why did you lose?
No, it's, in terms of football, either you win or you lose. So that is the game. What they are doing is good. Unity. They bring everybody together for us to meet people we have never seen before. We are meeting again today.
My name is Kweme Chukudi. I am team manager Masgov All-Stars Football Club Port Harcourt. In football, when match became interesting, it became a game of luck. I believe they are lucky today, not that they play better than Masgov FC. Because through our group stage to the final, we have not conceded any goal. So that makes us a better team than any other team that came for this Dominion 10 years anniversary competition. Chief Dr. Tangod Mark, the president of Godash United Football Club. Once Godash is involved in the competition, that competition will be very competitive. We were founded since 1984. Outside Port Harcourt Club, I doubt if there is any other club that is older than Godash. So we have all that it takes to win any competition. We have all. In all honesty, we must commend Dominion, who is the CEO of Dominion Sports Club. And we have decided to partner with him, to support him, to project not just Port Harcourt Rivers talents, but Nigerian talents. Because you see, the academy is free, you have no form to fill, you have no registration, you just come, register your word, and it's free. They customize the jersey for you, each player, each academy student will be with a football. And so Dominion is doing a lot. And so as one of the oldest All-Stars in Port Harcourt, we have decided to partner with him, we will support him to achieve this feat, because I learned that there are some academy students, graduates of the students that have signed on in some of the European clubs. And so we are ready to partner with him to support football, to support sports, so that we have a lot of the youth out of the streets.
Founded in 2015, Port Harcourt, Dominion Sports Club has grown from humble beginnings to achieve international breakthroughs.
In the 10th year anniversary, it's a football event. It's after praising God, it's playing football. What God asked me to do is to bring children to Him through football. So after praising God, we have to wrap it up with football events. So that's why we're here today. That's what you're seeing. The All-Stars you're seeing are people that did not have the privilege to play like the children. These are good players. Good players, talents that are wasted. I want the children to know that, let them know that during my time, I have people that play football with me that I've been telling them, you meet so and so player, you meet so and so player, you meet so and so player, so that they can learn from the veterans. Once they see what the veterans do, you can see men of 70, 75, 45, 50 playing football, then they should know that they have hope. And also for the veterans to also see what the children are doing and also know what to do for them. Just a 500,000 first winner take home. 500,000 for first position and 300,000 for second position. The little we have is what we are giving. I know it's not okay, it's not enough for them because these are big shots that had everything, but we decided to put something to it add something to it so that to mark the 10th year of Dominion Sports Club. I'm His Royal Highness Eze Promise Ozinye Chika, the paramount ruler of Rumukuta clan. Well, my advice to Dominion Sports Club is that Dominion Sports Clubs has produced so many boys internationally. So my advice to him is that he should carry it on. It's a good one. Even those that are yet to travel, let him also carry them along. God will strengthen him the more.
Today, the club stands as a testament to faith and vision, raising young stars destined to dominate the global football stage.
Wow, 10 years of sporting together, playing together in unity and oneness is worth celebrating. I tell you, 10 years being together is worth it. Okay? We're still on is Garden City Rendezvous. Now, the discussion of the day. I earlier discussed and told you that today we're going to be talking about the Human Rights Day, a day that reminds us of our rights, our protection. Unfortunately, most persons don't even know about their rights, hence because of ignorance, being abused and all that. So today in the studio, my guests, my co-presenters that are here with me, we're going to be talking about human rights and learning so much about it. Welcome, welcome once again. Okay, let's start with you, lawyer and barrister. Let's start with you. You are a human activist, and you've been doing it for how many years?
Well, every lawyer is a human rights activist
Okay.
because every lawyer is trained to protect the rights of humanity, to advocate, and to replace the sinking voice for the voice that seems not to be loud.
Yeah.
Not to be loud where voices are sinking. So every lawyer is trained by training to human rights.
Okay, so let's talk about, tell us a lot about human rights, what it's all about.
Human rights has been there from the beginning, from the creation of the world. God protected man, God created man, and gave them certain rights. That is why the reading from Genesis, the Bible says God, after creating the heavens and earth, he said, take over and have dominion. That is right. Set of rights given by God. However, what we call the human right today is stemmed in what we call the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, 1948. That is by the United Nations. And that's where the world in this loud campaign after the fall of the League of Nations and the abrogation of slave trade and other crimes against humanity, several wars that the world pray never to witness again. The level of human torment, man's inhumanity against man, was provoked what is today known as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And it is an embodiment of law enshrined in the Universal Declaration of 1948. And so, what is human right, if you ask? Say, the inalienable rights donated by the reason that you are a human being. Inalienable. It is inalienable because it can never be taken away. It is in you because you are a human being. By virtue of the fact that you are a human being, God has donated that right to you. That right, set of rights, is entrenched in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It is universal because the entire world, the universe, is expected to observe that set of rights as the rights that anybody that is a human being was supposed to enjoy across nations of the world. This law takes into cognizance attitude of states, state characters. Some countries in the world practice democracy, some do not. Some are autocratic, tyrants, and different types of principles of governance, which does not really promote human rights. And so democracy seems to be reckoned with human rights because democracy provides a set of rules, it provides the enablement, it provides the principles, the guiding principle, focus by which man must keep to the rules by respecting the next person because they are human beings.
Okay, so can you just highlight to us, you know that I said earlier we're learning,
Yes.
we're reminding ourselves of
Yes,
maybe those of us that have forgotten about this right. Can you just highlight and try to tell everybody out there what?
Here in Nigeria, we have what we call the African Charter for the Human and People's Rights, and it is being domesticated by an act of parliament. Of course, by provision of section 12 of the Constitution that gives right for the National Assembly to pass international treaties and domesticate to be our domestic laws. And so the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is being adopted, respected by the African Union. The African Union too has what we call African Human and People's Rights, which is equally being domesticated by Nigeria too, through our act of National Assembly. And so by that, because Nigeria is a member of the international community, we respect the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as embedded in the United Nations Charter. And in the African Charter too, by virtue of the fact that we are Africans and we are part of the African Union, ECOWAS, we are expected to respect and domesticate the African Charter for Human Rights. Here in Nigeria, we equally have the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Constitution of Nigeria, by virtue of Chapter 4 of the Constitution, the Constitution gives every Nigerian recognizes certain set of rights for citizens of this country. That mere fact that you're a human being, you are entitled to all this set of rights. And one of it is the right to life, Chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution. The right to life. Section 33 of the 1999 Constitution actually provides that every man has the right to life. And no man can take your life except as spelled out, clearly spelled out by the Constitution. No other person has the right to take the life of another person. You have the right. For you to be alive is your right. And nobody, irrespective of how highly placed, has the right to take your life, except as stipulated by the law. That law include judgment of court.
Okay.
Oh yes, judgment of court. That because you have killed, you have committed. Yes, you have committed offense that the law so specified that life must go for life, and so the court pronounced it that you have to die because you have killed, and so except in condition of that nature, nobody has the right to just come out from his house and take AK-47 and bring you down. Nobody can do that. You are protected by law, and that is the right to life. Section 34 actually provides for a right to dignity of human person, that nobody has the right to treat you like a slave, or keep you in a condition that is demeaning, or keep you in a subhuman condition, keep you in places or do forced labor. Now they force you because somebody just come and conscribe you or force you to start carrying a rod that they want to do construction for the state. For a much certain people, much in the entire community start
without
carrying
their
without their consent.
Okay.
And not because you have some set of agreements that if you do the job, I pay you for the job, and so you donate your consent. You do it because in the end you are going to benefit from such exercise. But at gunpoint somebody forces you. Nobody has the right to do you that. Nobody has the right to keep you in a condition that is demeaning.
Nobody has the right to treat you as if you are not a human being. So you have the right to dignity of your person as a human being. The Constitution done it that, and that takes care of section 34 takes care of that.
Okay.
Section 35 of the Constitution gives right to everybody, right to freedom of movement. You have right to move from place to place without being restrained. The Constitution is so vocal. However, there is no, because you talk about ignorance, and so you talk about ignorance. Yes, there is that rights, all this set of rights are not absolute indeed. So section 31, the entire chapter 4, section 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, all,
Okay.
all this.
Okay, now, Dr. Andrew, we're looking at him, I'm like, there are so many, you could tell that this is a grounded lawyer that has all the information, the Constitution and all that. But let me just ask you before we go further, while we talk about your own aspect, in your own knowledge, when it has to do with the infringing of human rights, the awareness of human rights, you have actually reached out to people in so many ways. What is your own opinion? What have you experienced? What is your own observation?
Well, I think the lawyer has spoken a lot
Yes,
of things.
yes,
and
he
in
has.
reference to
He still has some
the,
more.
the right for humans
Yeah.
to be dignified. They need to have their dignity. My experience is gotten across my years of experience from my foundation.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that are happening today, even though we have a constitution. Some people are not actually getting what they are supposed to get, either because the government hasn't provided what they are supposed to get. Well, once the government hasn't provided what they are supposed to get, it means that their human rights have been infringed.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that are already affecting the society, even though we have a constitution, that nobody should live in a condition that is so dehumanizing. And you see that these things are not there. So this is where I come in as an organization.
Exactly.
To see, okay, there's a gap that is existing. What do we do? Because looking at the Sustainable Development Goal, before it used to be Millennium Development Goal, as of 2015, which is trying to cite now, because when you talk about Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that was in 1948. Organizations, nations came together and said, look, we need to do something that will be sustainable after time.
Yeah.
So that was why in 2015, the Sustainable Development Goal came into place. And they had 17 goals. And these are talking about human rights. What human beings, what organizations, what nations should do to see that people are living lives that are worthy, so that they don't see themselves as not existing. If the situations are not very okay, you see that people start finding themselves committing suicide, people doing something, they become nuisance in the society. And that is what individuals, that's why the elites, that's what organizations, foundations come in to cover up the gap of the government. And that is where my organization comes in. Because human rights have been infringed, because either the government does not have enough funds to cover up the population, and if that exists in your community, it is very much expected that individuals in that society come in, do something to see how this gap to be covered up.
Okay. Before we talk about detail on some of the things you do and your experience, let's go back to the barrister. Yeah. Why do you think, like we've said now, these rights are there? Most persons are ignorant of something. In your own experience, why do you think that problem is there?
Yes. Basically,
just one basic thing that is,
yes. Lack of sufficient enlightenment about the existing rights. Because right can exist and you don't know this set of rights do exist and you are supposed to benefit from those rights. And so the masses will need extensive education. It takes education to realize about the existence of certain set of rights. If you're not educated, you will not know. You can't be a poor farmer in the village and they tell you about your right to freedom of movement. You won't understand what they are talking about. You can't just be a local Pawan Tapa in your village and they tell you about the right to life. You won't really understand. And even if you do, you will not understand the limitation. You will not understand your own corresponding obligation. Because every right, let me put it, every right as provided by the Constitution has corresponding obligation. My right to freedom of movement has a corresponding obligation.
Okay.
You must not, because you have right to go about, you cannot go about committing crime. If you do that, the police will come after you. And so by police coming after you, the Constitution in section 35, subsection 1, paragraph C, is very clear that the police have right to get you arrested and restrain that movement, and you do not constitute a violation of that right.
Okay.
That freedom of movement. The police have the right, the DSS has the right to arrest you if you commit crime in violation of public rights. And so for you to have that right, enjoy that right, you must carry out a corresponding obligation.
Okay,
you must also do what is right.
Let's come back to you. Tell us a little bit, tell us about what you do reaching out to these victims in your experience, some of the things you do and what you have experienced so far.
Okay, I think it's very important to establish here because these are some of the awareness that the people should know. And he had mentioned that when someone is not educated, you wouldn't know what is your right. You wouldn't know that something exists that you should know. We saw in this organization, Dr. Andrew Bekia Foundation, we've been in existence for about 17 years.
Yeah.
And we saw that there's already a gap in the society. A lot of people cannot go to school. A lot of children cannot go to school. So we have decided to come in to give support, educational support to the community. We find the indigent children in the society. We pay their fees in school.
Wow.
Then we encourage them to go to school. I know when we started, it was like a play. People thought, is this something that's sustainable? People had a doubt. But for 17 years, we have been consistent. There's no year we have not done that in our communities. And today we have expanded. There's no year we don't do a payout to more than 60, 70 people in the society.
Wow.
And we encourage them to go to school. So we do this to make sure that they understand their right. It is your right to be educated. But if the government's finances cannot cover, then individuals come in. And that is where we fall in. To be sure that these children understand what they are supposed to know. So we encourage them from the communities where they belong. We identify them. We sought them to be sure that they are interested to actually know. Because that's the problem. You cannot just see somebody, yes, because he's an indigent person. What if he does not have an interest to be educated? So we give them this awareness so that they will be educated. And once we see that they are interested to be educated, we provide the resources for them to go to school.
So why you do all of this? Let's look deep now. Why you do all of this? What are the challenges that you see? Because we're also talking about knowing and enjoying this right. What are some of the challenges you've experienced?
I tell you, you know the normal Nigerian society.
Yeah.
And, you know, the first thing they tell you is, are you sure that this man is not a ritualist? Where is he getting the money?
Are you serious?
Yes. So where is he getting the money? But thank God, we have been able to overcome some of those ones. The community actually know that this money, I'm not a politician. Okay, I work for organizations and I make my money genuinely. So they know that this is where the money is coming from. Some of these challenges also is also identifying the people, the indigents in the society. You know, it's a big taskful to really identify those who actually have the need. You know, if you see them, how do you identify those who are willing? Yes, you know, there are people who actually are in a serious condition, but they're not willing to move out of it.
Wow.
They're not willing. We have such situations. We have seen situations where children, their parents cannot provide for them. Yet we meet their parents will say, no, leave my children. I don't want that child to go to school. I don't want that, no. No.
That's the ignorance we're talking about. Yeah.
So these are some of the things that we have faced. But today, we have been able to educate the communities and they have seen the genuineness of our foundation. Now, even sometimes parents now apply to say, please, can you support my children? Can you support my daughter or my son? So that he can benefit from your foundation. Okay. So today we have overcome such a situation.
Okay, now we'll soon wrap up on this discussion, but before we do that, we have this feature. It's on the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt. Let's have a look what's about, and then we just continue with the discussion to wrap up. Thank you.
Has once again demonstrated its commitment to service and community development through its medical outreach.
We are advised say make we dey take balanced diet, and on our way dey village una own good. All those things wey dey balance body dey here well well. Green vegetables, green fruits like cucumber easy to plant. We go dey chop those things. You go hear so many people dey talk say no chop this, no chop that. Our own school of thought, or we will be health people, wetin we dey advise? You go chop everything, but small portion then make the soup plenty, because the carbohydrate, too much carbohydrate for body, it dey cause disease. Protein go dey your food, fat go dey your food. You go dey drink plenty water.
It was truly a life-changing moment for residents who turned out in their numbers to benefit from the humanitarian gesture. The medical outreach featured eye examinations, prescription glasses, blood pressure checks, a drug dispensary, health education, and several other essential health services.
The Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Phoenix, alongside 3 partners, made events by Chi and of course UC Divulge and Godify Towers, organized the free medical outreach. The plan for this outreach is to affect at least 250 lives, and as we speak, about 185 persons have already come in here, and more are still in queue.
Medical outreach, which is free, covering the eye checks, donation of glasses, even prescription drugs. Even we did some lab investigation, because we don't want people to treat anything blindly. To run across like malaria tests, we did malaria tests for people, we did fasting blood sugar tests as well, just to see the sugar levels and see if we can prescribe anything that can help them or even educate them. We understand that prevention is better than cure and will always be better than cure. This one I'm holding by my leg, by my child. I'm here with my child, so they gave me my own and I gave my child to
you. They gave me solution to my problems and gave me drugs for eyes. They gave me for BP. They gave me for malaria. I did not pay anything. It's free of charge. So I thank God for everything. I thank the Lord. They are good people.
They also gave me general body drugs, and then they gave me some vitamins, and then they done some tests on me.
For many, it wasn't just treatment. It was a relief, hope, and renewed smiles. The old, young, men and women, every segment of the community felt the impact of the outreach.
I've been having ulcer and I'm looking for money for the treatment, but this is a privilege to get my medicine and to be alright. So I'm very, very happy. I'm using this opportunity to say thank you very much to them.
The doctors have tried so much. They have provided all my needs. They have given me drugs. They have even provided me glass so that I can see very well. I so much thank them. They've tried so much. We have not seen this kind of thing before. It's my first time experience to see this type of thing, so I appreciate them. See these people, and they are doing well. From water to test, from test to eye.
To further enhance the well-being of the community, a solar-powered borehole was commissioned, providing what the people had lacked for years: clean and safe water.
On behalf of the District Governor of Rotary District 9141, Rotarian Anthony Wogerem, on behalf of the President and members of the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Phoenix, on behalf of the chiefs, elders, and people of the autonomous community, Ogogo, also in the Chie local government area of River State. It gives me great pleasure to commission this water project for the benefits of the people of Ozozo and to the glory of God. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Who are we?
that Rotary will remember us at this interior, this part of Nigeria, this part of the world. Union, we are grateful. God will pay you back. The community will hold you to the highest.
This is what Rotary does. Rotary tries to impact positively in our local communities. I was told that they drink from the stream in the community, but that is gone completely now. Now they will have access to clean potable water. And of course, all diseases associated with waterborne disease will be eliminated completely.
We spent good money, for this project. We expect with our community crops and everything that this project will lead the test of time.
Today, the Oboko community is benefiting from the good that Rotary is doing. Installation of a solar-powered borehole. We saw the need in this community where what they use before now is a monopump that is sparsely distributed in the community. And we found a place in the community where people will not really go doing the manpower thing to get water and struggle to get, water supply to their homes. And that's the water project was done. And they are so happy for it.
Hey, we're still on Garden City talking about the club, the Rotary Club, and now up next we have this feature on the courtesy visit on the Army GOC. What's it about? We get to find out before we take our goodbye. We'll be right back. Okay, well, we're still talking about, we talked about the human rights, and we've learned a lot from the barrister and a lot from our philanthropic and Dr. Andrew. Before we begin to wrap up, I would really like to know, because you've said a lot, right? You've said a lot of things you have done. Let's know the motivation, and then when your words that you have for people that are out there, what motivates you to do what you're doing? Yes, sir.
Okay, my motivation.
Okay, sorry. I just got a notification that the report is ready, so let's take it before we wrap up. We'll be right back. The Niger Delta Indigenous Bishops and Ministers Forum has paid a courtesy visit to the General Officer Commanding 6th Division of the Nigerian Army to discuss rising security concerns affecting churches across the region. The delegation, led by the President General of the Forum, Bishop Julius Edward, met with the GOC today, 2nd of December 2025, at the division's headquarters. Speaking during the visit, Bishop Edward expressed appreciation to the GOC and its officers for their ongoing efforts in maintaining peace and security in Rivers State and across the country. He noted that recent events in the nation pose serious security threats, especially for churches in less protected communities. He said the forum was at the 6th Division to encourage the Army, seek stronger collaboration, and pray with them as they continue their work. According to him, with the support of the armed forces, insecurity can be curbed and further threats prevented.
If something like this is happening, then we need, as clergymen, we need to pray very well for the security. Because the Bible makes us know that if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? So we are here to meet with you and also to pray with you. To first of all, thank you for your outstanding to to fix the situation of insecurity in Nigeria and the South Side and River State.
Also speaking, the chairman of the forum, Bishop John Ogulu, said the goal of the visit is to strengthen the voice of the church, especially in rural areas. He praised the military for their dedication, sacrifice, and visible impact in sustaining peace and safety in River State. He stressed that the sacrifices made by military personnel to keep citizens, especially Christians, safe are deeply appreciated. Bishop Ogulu also expressed concern over alarming social media reports that create fear among worshippers, making church attendance worrisome in some communities. He called for closer cooperation with the army, including the provision of emergency and hotline numbers for pastors and increased patrols during worship hours, especially in vulnerable areas such as Eleme.
It will be valuable to have regular meetings with your team for updates, accurate information sharing, and public orientation. We also welcome the idea of symposium on emergency response.
Responding, the General Officer Commanding 6th Division, Major General E.E. Emeka, said the fight against insecurity requires collective effort. He emphasized that the Army cannot work alone and needs both community support and spiritual backing. He assured the forum that directives have already been issued for increased patrols in key areas. He urged church leaders to promptly notify the Army of large Christian gatherings, such as crusades, so that appropriate security measures can be deployed.
Increase surveillance, vote to understand and open. We don't want to be waterways. We have discovered that it's not going to assure you that we are not sleeping. We think and we do things that will take us to.
The visit ended on a positive note with the presentation of an award of excellence and the forum expressing satisfaction at the Army's commitment and ongoing actions to address emerging security threats. They prayed for continued guidance and protection for the military and for lasting peace across the state.
Although they have done their best, we have prayed with them also. We believe that the security aspect is not really a physical something, is a spiritual also. And that's why we came to pray for them, for God to back them, to enable them to do the work completely as God have given it to them. So our advice is that to move on and do the right thing. Let us smooth all the criminals that wanted to take our life. Let us smooth all of them.
This is where we wrap up on Garden City. From me, from Dr. Andrew and Barrister Sele Dixon. Thank you very much. And from NTA, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
God bless you, viewers.
Bye.